Good afternoon. It is Brianna from A Bubbly Classroom. Today is Thursday, July 15th, and it is going to be day 6 in the classroom. It's already 12:30. We're going to be here till about 3:30, so like 3 hours, because we went to Target and Joann's to get a couple of things we needed. If you've been keeping up with these setup videos, you know there was a couple things. At Target, I just really needed like lamination pouches. And then at Joann's, I needed fabric for, I'm gonna try to skirt that little table. I needed white fabric for my hallway bulletin board. And then I'm gonna make a little window treatment thing to kind of tie in the orange between the peach fabric and the yellow. But anyways, I'll show you all that when we get inside. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we just got in. Lily's here with me again today, and the guys came in and turned the air on. They're the best. Oh my gosh, seriously. The custodial staff here is just awesome. Let me show you what it looks like right now. I don't think I showed it yesterday afternoon when we left, and then we'll get started with some small projects. Okay, first up this is my little window decor that I've had since my first year. I made this my first year, and all it is just the little tear paper strip things. I think I'm gonna use this in front of my door because I still love this so much, but I got this color pack at Joann's. And I think I'm going to do, I just cut this the same length as the one I had, and I'm going to do like a warm color one in between here. And I'm not gonna use like these dark pinks, but I'm gonna use kind of the orangey, peachy yellows so that it kind of goes between this pink and this yellow color here to kind of fill in the rainbow a little bit. So let's try that and see how it comes out. Okay, so I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here. If you want this look, like if you see how some are short and some are long, but it's kind of all mixed in, the way I did that was first I laid them all out, and you saw I cut it right down the middle in half so that they're not this wide. And then what I had to do was just cut the ends, because this is actually a folded piece of fabric, so I just cut these ends off. And then instead of cutting right down the middle, I offset it a little bit. And that way you get some like longer strips and then some shorter strips. And what I did was I kind of alternated, because I'm pulling from the top. So you see like this one has the longer strips on top. This one has the longer strips. This one I started with the shorter strips, longer strips and shorter strips, and then I alternated it so that as I go down my pile, it's not going to be like all the long pieces and then all the short pieces. It's really mixed in there. It gives it a little bit more fun and flair. I'm loving it. I'm gonna finish it up. I'm almost halfway there, I think. Maybe not that far, but let's get this finished up. Okay, so that took a little bit. I only picked 5 of those colors. I could have made it much more full, like my blue and teal one, if I would have picked more colors, but I just didn't want it too pink and I didn't want it too dark orange. And then there were some like creams and whites in there that I didn't want, so I had to get up there and kind of space them out a little bit to make it work, but I think that looks super cute. I may end up trying to find eventually some orange peach colored hanging pieces, kind of like what I have over here, but for now I think that kind of helps tie it in a little bit. Super cute. Okay, once I stood back and looked, I did not like the banner over the door. I just put it up here, and I'm gonna try to, once I get this untangled, I'm gonna try to hang these underneath it, because I usually end up putting student work up here anyway, just because I can never think of anything to put up here that doesn't have to be changed out super often, because it's kind of a pain to get up here with the backpacks in the way and everything. So I end up just like taping or stapling work, you know, from projects or something like that. But if I could put these up here, it could be cute, and then I can just clip them to the wall. And yeah, let's try to get this going here. Okay, I just bagged up my dollar spot labels. I bought a ton of the square ones this year because my Targets, I have a few in the area and I never found these last back to school. I don't know if they just didn't put them out or if I never found them, but I ended up running out because I use these so much and I had to borrow some from my friend, so I got to give her a couple packs of these to pay her back. And then I got the long ones, bought 4 or 5 maybe of the long ones because I was going to use these for the name tags this year and decided not to, but I mean, I'm sure I'll find a use for these. Got some questions about under the board book display. These are literally just rain gutters, super cheap from Lowe's or Home Depot. I did have them cut it in half because it starts to sag a little bit in the middle if you keep it one long piece, but they are just screwed into the wall like that. Ask for forgiveness, not permission on that. But then underneath I have, these are just those lights from Amazon. I'll try to find them and link them below. And I just hot glued, they are sticky, but they unstick a lot. So I just hot glue them underneath the board and then I just have to do a few touch-ups. So it gets really hot in here over the summer and it's still up just fine, if that tells you anything. Just a few touch-ups around where it doesn't sit perfectly flat because of these screws in the board. Other than that, it looks great. I found this at Target today while we were there, and it's perfect because every day I take a lined Post-it and I do things that I need to do the next morning when I come in, and then at the bottom I'll like do a line and do things that I need to do the next afternoon, because when I'm like finishing up for the day, I have all these thoughts in my head about the next day, and then by the time I get here the next morning, I forget. So I always just make myself like, I put morning and afternoon for the following day every single day. So this will be perfect. I won't have to draw all my little boxes that I normally draw to check everything off. Lily just finished cutting out all the little popsicle melting drip things for the birthdays. So we're going to finish this side just like the other side. that is complete. So when I find out my kids and their birthdays, I can add more as I need to or take away some because we are just bagging up all the extras. And I'm just gonna put them with probably my calendar pieces. And then some of you had great ideas about using like wet erase to write the names and the birth dates, and then you can wipe it off at the end of the year and reuse them. So I'm gonna try wet erase, I'll try dry erase, I'll try Sharpie, and we'll see what works. I got some questions about the sign out on the door. This is from Amy Grosbeck. It is my favorite way to sign out. If your school requires you to have like a paper sign out for times and stuff like that, I get it. But if you do not have to have that, this is my favorite because number one, it's easy. Number two, if there's a fire drill or anything, I can always look at the door and tell exactly who is missing. All I do is I have this little bin with all their numbers on it, and they have Velcro on the back. So they just Velcro wherever they're going. And then from across the room, I can clearly see exactly who is missing and where they are. That is it for day 6. We are gonna get out of here. We're gonna go get our nails done. If you watched the other day, you know I broke this nail and I've been using Clorox wipes and moving furniture and they are just destroyed. So I'm gonna go get these fixed. Gonna get Lily a manicure for helping me. And we will be back tomorrow for day 7. Tomorrow might be the last day of like actual setup. Not sure yet, but our to-do list for tomorrow is not very long. So thank you for watching and we will see you tomorrow.